Just ridiculous. It's just sickening. This is you. This is you. You ain't worth nothing. How you got dreams? You don't even got no talent. No wonder your kids don't love you. No wonder nobody looks for you. Look at you. Just look at yourself. You ain't got no real friends. You ain't got nobody to be there for you. And that's the problem nowadays. That's the problem. That our worst enemy is ourselves. That our worst enemy is what we tell ourselves. That's the main issue, is our conscience, our subconscious being toxic to ourselves. First, we need to clear ourselves. First, we need to clear our minds. First, we need to solve what's the issues and insecurities within ourselves before we can go and help everybody else. Thank you for tuning in and welcome everybody to another great episode of Brutally Honest. It's your boy Stitches NBC.
And your boy Bruto Key.
Or Michael. I'm not sure which one I'm going to be today, but it's going to be a great show. How's everybody doing today? Thank y'all all for tuning in. We're doing a little something more different, trying to, a little vibe and everything. I hope you're feeling good. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it.
Definitely.
It's always nice. And this is what we was talking about. We was talking about how to deal with toxic people. And that was that intro was about. But before you deal with other toxic people, you need to take care of yourself. And that's what we was talking about, Keith.
Yeah, definitely.
How's everybody doing today? Thanks everybody for tuning in and things like that. Now, last week we was talking about how can you date somebody that goes to the club every single weekend? We talked about it, and the reality is at the end of the day, if you don't see a future with them, you ain't got no right to complain anyway. Straight up. Today we're going to be talking about how we all cheat. How sometimes we all cheat, men and women, but the reality is, when it comes to cheating, men are the ones that deserve that second chance. I'm sorry to tell you guys, men deserve that second chance, and women don't. Before we get to that, I did post something, and I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about it. You too, Keith.
Okay.
I posted things like that. I'm going to ask you guys this question. Would you tell your friend that they're getting cheated on if you telling them will break up their family? And let's be specific and detailed about this. Will you tell your friend that, and this is your best friend, and you're cool, you met, he's your friend, you met his girl or her man, and you're cool, and you're bonded, and it's like a 10-year friendship, and that person confided in you or you found out, would you tell the other person that they're getting cheated on if you know that it'll destroy their families? I posted that today. That turned out to be a pretty interesting discussion.
Okay.
What are your thoughts about that?
Do I tell them? If that's my peoples, I gotta let them know. But as far as it breaking up the family, I might have to, if I know them both, I might have to check one of them and be like, yo, look, this is what's going on. Either you come clean or I might have to, just be the man and be upfront about it. But give them a chance, to be honest.
So you would confront the cheater?
Yeah.
You would confront the cheater, and then after that, if they do something about it, or let's say they don't do anything about it, do you still step in?
And just to give an example, if that's my boy and I catch his girl cheating, the first thing I'm gonna do is check shorty and be like, yo, what are you doing? That's my dude, he love you, whatever the case may be. Either cut this out, let him know what's going on, or I will. And if she don't, then I'm gonna let him know.
A lot of the responses I was getting, I'm going to read through a couple of them real quick. On Rudy Snow, she was like, I wish people would have kept it 100 about my ex. I was looking dumb. That was the majority of the responses I was getting, as far as you, of course, you tell them, especially if they're your friend. Of course you tell them, because you don't want them to be looking out dumb, and you don't want to be looking out dumb either. Another thing was like, do you want to be the one that, being told? Do I want to know? If it's me, do I want to know that I'm getting cheated on? Of course, we all want to know we're getting cheated on. So if we're going to go by that angle, of course you're always going to tell them, but it's not that simple. Because from all of them, it's like you tell them they're getting cheated on, You tell them that, and you get involved, and then at the end of it all, you end up being the bad guy. You end up being the snitch. At the end of it all, you tell them because you're trying to look out, and by you looking out as a friend, you destroyed that friendship. You over here trying to protect their family, or just trying to look out for them, trying to be a good friend.
Yeah.
And now both of them don't want to talk to you. Now they blame you for causing unhappiness in their life because ignorance is bliss and things was good when they didn't know.
And you know what? I'm okay with that. Me personally, if somebody stopped being my friend because I told them the truth, I'm okay with that. But I'd rather be that guy to know that, look, I try to do everything to help. Sometimes, even with the best intentions, bad things happen. You know what I mean? But if they turn out fine and I'm the one left out, then you know what? It is what it is. I'm cool with that.
That's what's up. You might check on the camera, see if you can invite it directly from them.
Yeah,
And
let's
see
see.
we got things for that. I mean, if y'all watching this live right now, click 1, press 1. If y'all watching this on a replay, press 2. Now the thing is, as far as like, you always end up losing. You end up being the snitch. All of a sudden now you're the bad guy because you was trying to look out. This is the main reason why people don't want to get involved. Now, when they ask me personally, I would, I'm backing up what Keith said. As far as, I'm going to confront the cheater directly. Let them know, hey, listen, I think what you're doing is mess up and I feel like you should open up. Now, whether that person opens up, confronts the person, admits it, and lets them know that what it is that they're doing is wrong, or why it is that they're doing what they're doing for whatever reason, because at the end of the day, we all know that there is no good reason to cheat. There is no reason to deceive anybody, and there is no reason for you to mislead and hold and drag somebody along when you're unhappy and you would rather be with somebody else. Maybe you don't want to be with somebody else, but maybe you just don't want to be with the person you're with now. And you over here looking for an escape route and trying to look for what is it, like for a cure for your ailment, for your illness, as far as being sick at home. Let's call it that. You feel me? Now, But you're sick at home, but you don't want to take the medicine. You don't want to take her medicine. That's not what you got a cold, she got fever. You got something else. Yeah. If you want something else, go get someone else, but don't leave nobody behind and feel like you over here living a double life. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, how you feel about that? Because that's the first thing as far as you always end up losing. What I was saying, like, like as far as what you were saying, as far as we will confront the cheater, that's showing loyalty. Me, I will be loyal to who I'm loyal to.
Okay.
Whoever I met first, whoever I'm vibing with first. Now, the question is, what if you both met them at the same time? And let's say y'all both high school buddies and y'all all met each other on freshman day. Now things get complicated. You feel me? A lot of people was like, yes. A lot of people was like, no. But the reality is, it's not that simple.
And it's not, because, I mean, for me personally, like I said, I would address the situation going straight to the cheater. Like, if I caught them in obviously I see something going on that shouldn't be, I'm going to approach them. And I'm going to approach them right then and there so that they know I caught them in the act. Like, so look, we're going to look each other eye to eye, and you're going to know I know what's going on. And like I said, at that point, I'm going to tell them, look, either you tell them first or I will. Now,
with the situation that I put, right?
Yeah. Now, I want to also be honest, because if it's flipped, if that's my boy, and, you know what I mean, him and Shorty been dating for a while, yeah, I know them both, but that's my boy. If I catch him cheating, I'll be like, hey, like, my nigga, like, nah, maybe not that, but like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? I'm not gonna necessarily go back on I guess, guy code, so to speak, and go tell on my boy to his girl. But I might tell him like, yo, if I'm out here seeing you doing this, imagine who else could be out here seeing you doing this. If you really love her, chill, don't do that, or whatever the case may be.
Because that's my friend too. And like you said, if you ain't gonna tell her, then I'm gonna have to tell her first. Because it's very uncomfortable. Like, just imagine it's your friend and they're the one doing the cheating, but y'all all cool. You feel me? And they confided in you like, hey, listen, I'm doing this, I'm unhappy, I've been seeing somebody else, don't say anything, I feel bad about it and all this. They better not come up to me and I'll be like, why are you doing that first anyway? I don't I don't condone those actions at all.
Uh-huh.
But they're telling you, and then you tell them, okay, like your secret is safe with me. But y'all all cool, and then y'all still go to the family gatherings, especially now that it's the holidays, and you know this information, and everybody's trying to have a good time, and you see your friend, the one that's getting cheated on, the victim, let's call him that, and you see it in their face, the pain, the hurt, the heartache, the unhappiness that's within them. And you see the mask that they have on, which is they just trying to be who they are and try to be fun and try to crack a smile. But you know that it's just a front. You know that deep down they're dying inside. Yeah. And you over here holding this secret. Like, it's a tough situation to be on. You feel me? Like, do you tell them? Because if you tell them, then you're gonna you feel like you're gonna destroy the family. If you don't tell them, you're still going through this, and then when everything blows, because the light always shines at the end of the road, the truth always comes out. Then it's like, wait a minute, you knew about this all the time? Now you destroyed that friendship too, because you knew.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the real a general resolution for this? You feel me? It's none of your business. The reality is, at the end of the day, it's really not none of your business. Mm-hmm. It's not none of your business. But if y'all all cool, where's the loyalty at? Where's the morals? How do you stay in character as far as being who you are and being a true person, a real person, genuine, sincere, and a good friend? Where are those lines drawn? Where are those boundaries? And I'm asking everybody these questions. Where are those boundaries as far as what is the right thing to do? I understand life is balanced, bro. I understand that sometimes there doesn't always have to be a right or wrong. I understand that. Sometimes it's the lesser of two evils.
Honestly, I say, man, go with your gut in that situation. I mean, if your gut's telling you to say something, say something. If not, because of the loyalty or whatever the case may be, then don't. I just know where I stand in regards to this. Don't ask me to lie for you. If we are friends and I do see something going on, don't involve me by asking me to lie.
Yeah, like don't ask me to lie. And that's one of the reasons why, since people don't want to get involved because they feel they're gonna end up losing at the end, they rather just separate themselves. They'd rather keep themselves away from the situation just to not be around it, because they don't want to see it, because they know what's going on. So now, what's going on with this? She hasn't been around for a while. You know why? You just don't want to say anything.
Yeah,
it is what it is. I'll see you once you're happy again.
Exactly.
Just because two people love each other doesn't mean they have to be together. And just because two people are together doesn't mean they in love with each other either.
Facts.
You feel me? And I was like, if y'all watching this live, press 1. Watching this on replay, press 2. Do us a favor and share the video. Share it to y'all groups. Matter of fact, let's be specific. Share it to at least 2 of y'all groups, please. I would appreciate that. Because when I was asking this question and we was having a conversation around this question, it came back around and it came back at me. And they started asking me, also, how come you didn't tell him? Or how come you didn't tell her that they was getting cheated on and things like that? And I was like, wait a minute, hold up. I was the victim. Wait a minute. I was the one getting cheated on. And I'm the one here trying to figure out how can some or one of my friends know this and not tell me. I'm the one trying to figure out, I thought we was boys. I thought we had a bond. I thought we was loyal. I'm the one trying to figure this question out. Mm-hmm. You feel me? People have to make assumptions as far as, why didn't you? And they don't even know the situation that you're coming from.
True.
Bro, last week I was telling people how when it comes to cheating, we all cheat in some form or a certain way. But when it comes to that, men are the ones that deserve a second chance. And people was already hitting me up like, oh, I disagree. Oh, I this. Or whatever. And I'm like, wait a minute, but you don't even know where I'm coming from with that. So when I posted that, let's talk about that, right? Uh-huh. Like when I posted that, people was talking about like, oh, I know what you're going to say. How do you know what I'm going to say? If it was so simple, I wouldn't speak about it. If it was so simple, I wouldn't even be asking the question. You know, when it comes to that, they're talking to like, oh, I know what you're gonna say. You know, females are more emotional, so when they cheat, emotions are involved. Men, they're more physical, so when they cheat, it's just an act. It's just to get a nut. It's just for pleasure. And I'm like, wait a minute, no, you are completely wrong because you didn't understand what the question was. You're answering why they cheat. Those are reasons why they cheat. The difference is why they cheat.
Exactly.
That's the differences.
Because men do it for the physical, women do it for the emotion.
So this is the question, guys. This is the question. Why is it that when I say when it comes to cheating, men deserve the second chance and women don't? This is why I say that. I hope y'all ready. I know you're ready too, bro.
I'm ready.
Now, studies, research, surveys have shown that when it comes to cheating, when a man cheats, let's be honest, let's keep it brutally honest here, bro. When a man cheats, cheating, it is a masculine trait. Cheating is more prone for men to do it. That's still not an excuse. Exactly. You know, or a reason or whatever. This is just a fact. When it comes to cheating, it is a masculine trait. Now, when a man and a woman cheat, this is what researchers have shown. And again, I'm going to say this is not 100%. I'm saying the majority, 63 to 75% of what I'm saying is what the surveys have shown. When a man cheats on his wife, on his girl, they still love their partner. When a woman cheats on her husband, on her boyfriend, she's out of love completely with her partner. Done. So by going with that survey, by going with when a man cheats, they still in love with their partner, which falls in line that it's just a masculine trait. But when a woman cheats, they say their emotions are involved. How about there is no emotion for her partner anymore, which allows her to cheat? So if that is true, if we're going to go by those studies and that research, so my conclusion to that is that if the man still loves his wife or you know, they deserve a second chance. They just got to repent. Whatever, right? In some cases, majority of the cases. But when a woman cheats on her husband, on her boyfriend, it's over. She doesn't love you anymore. So why would you give her a second chance if there's no love involved? Thank y'all for letting me finish.
That's definitely an interesting point. And with the study, with that, the points that you bring up in the studies, I agree with that. That men, it is a masculine trait. But women do it. I think it's just to the point where now in the times where women are just fed up and women are doing it more.
Because they're just trying to even out the field. They've learned so much from us. They've been hurt and blah, 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 blah. Okay, I get it. But, this is what we're talking. You're talking about some cases. What I'm talking about was from the majority of the cases. Nowadays, we all know that women are slicker. I'm not going to say they cheat more than men. I'm not going to say that. The numbers, let's do our own research. I say that they're smoother and they're more disclosed when it comes to cheating. They're not just out and abruptly just putting it right in your face, so careless like men are.
Oh, definitely.
But because men think it's normal when it's really not. We've made cheating, normal nowadays.
And that's what I mean. And I guess it's like the if you can't beat them, join them thing. But I guess that's in regards to why you got so much of an outrage when you mentioned it last week, is because women are so fed up that just the thought of giving a man a second chance if he cheats is absurd.
But because most of us have been cheated
on. Sometimes they're emotionally attached to where they may feel like that now, but they get involved in that relationship and it happened to them and they, well, girl, he didn't mean it. It was just that one time, But I definitely agree. In regards to that though, do you think women are giving guys second chances?
Yeah. Of course, men are giving women second chances too. Now, whatever you do, it's whatever you do. You feel me? I ain't no one. We ain't nobody to judge anyone by their actions. I'm not in nobody else's shoes. Have I been cheated on? Yes. Would I give that person a second chance? No. Because I've never cheated in my life. So what makes me any better than from somebody else? If I never cheated on you, but yet you felt the urge or the need or the desire to cheat on me, then clearly I was lacking in something. I was always being myself. Now you tell me I wasn't doing this and I wasn't doing that. I say a man is going to be where a man wants to be. A man is going to do whatever a man wants to do. I'm emphasizing the word man. I ain't saying no little kid. I ain't saying no little boys that a lot of females nowadays have, calling them their man, but yet you're the actual man of the relationship. You're putting the pants in the house and you're running and letting and holding and controlling things down.
Yeah.
You have control. That's fine. If you find yourself a boy and you want to call him your man because you still want to be the man in the relationship, again, I ain't here to judge nobody, you feel me? You do what you gotta do. There's a reason why I'm single. I know myself, I value myself, I know what I'm worth, and I know what I deserve with that. And I'm a man, and I just need a man to treat me as such. The same way I'm gonna treat a woman like the queen that she is. You feel me? And it's like, but what is cheating? You feel me? A lot of people be like, oh, what's dating? What's relationship? What's the differences? I want to know. I'm asking you guys, what do y'all consider cheating? Do y'all think that y'all can cheat on somebody that just talking to, dating, or just exclusive with? You know, and I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna because there's a difference. Because I didn't say relationship.
Well, I'm just gonna clarify.
That's clear.
So that's too far.
Yeah.
So just talking to, dating,
involved, anything but the relationship.
Got it.
You know what? Let's simplify it. I like that you said that. Can you cheat on someone without being in a relationship with them? Keyword relationship. Keyword that's your man and that's my girl. We going out, y'all getting claimed. Y'all on Facebook, what in a relationship with? Relationship. Anything other than that can it be called cheating?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Now, I guess in regards to being exclusive. Now, if I tell somebody I want to be exclusive with them, then that means I only want to be with them. That can mean, I might have been talking to 2 or 3 different people, but that's the one that I see something with, and I can be like, look, yeah, I was talking to other people, but I cut all them off. You're the one I want to be exclusive with, and I don't want to talk to anybody else. I just want to focus and get to know you. Now, if you do that, I'm not saying that's jumping into the relationship and saying, hey, yeah, we're claiming each other and all that other stuff, going to family functions and you introducing me as your man. I'm saying it more so like, if you're the one that I want to be with and I'm telling you that, then I'm not going to put myself out there to be with anybody else. But that's just me. I'm not going to say if I do, it's cheating. Because for me, I just feel like I'm going to be honest regardless and let you know and give you the choice regardless.
But there's an extreme difference between talking, dating, being involved, exclusivity, and or relationship. Yeah. This is why communication is key. This is why so many females out here are calling us F-boys and how we ain't worth anything because of bad communication, Keith. This is what I mean by this. This is what I mean. Oh, he's a F-boy, or he cheated on me. Oh, he did me wrong. Oh, he went out and met somebody else and slept with them. Or he went out and bagged the number, or met someone else, or he cheated on me. And in my head, I'm like, it can only be called cheating if there's an anniversary date. Real talk. It can only be called cheating because the main difference between all of those, between dating, involved, talking, being exclusive, whatever y'all want to call that, the main difference between all of that and a relationship, you see how relationships here by itself? The main difference is one word: commitment. Period. Just because I'm dating with someone, just because I'm exclusive with someone, yes, there's different levels. If I'm dating somebody and I could date multiple people. I can date multiple people. If I'm exclusive with someone, that means I'm probably only dating that one person exclusively. I'm only physically involved with that person exclusively. There's no commitment though, because I can go out and meet somebody else.
Facts.
I'm still leaving the door open. Let's use this analogy. Let's call the checkout is the relationship. And you're in the store. You're just dating and things like that. You got a whole bunch of things in your cart and you're just going through the aisle and you're just looking through the options, and that's your dating. And you know what? I got sofrito. I don't need the tomato paste. It got tomato paste in there already, you know? But you know what? I don't even need the onions. They got onions in there already. You know what? So you're good, and now you're exclusive. Now you only got one item in your cart, but you're still exclusive, right? But you're still not at the checkout. So what are you doing? You're still looking in the aisles to see if you see something better, or to see if you're okay with what you already have. Either or, wherever you're at in your life. Or you could have been like, oh, this is all I need, and you're already checked out. You get back home and you're like, oh snap, this isn't what I needed. Now you're stuck home. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I'm using this analogy. If you're not at that checkout, there's no cheating. You still leaving the door open to meet new people. And you can't be mad at that person for doing that. Because at the end of the day, there was no commitment involved. So, and I'm not here to judge or getting at anybody, criticizing anybody. You know, it's a judgment-free zone here. This is not the gym. This ain't Kind of Fitness. You feel me? But what I'm saying is that before you accuse somebody for doing you wrong, understand their perspective. Understand that your meaning of dating or being exclusive might be different from their meaning. And I'm talking from a guy's perspective, but it goes vice versa. It goes both ways. You feel me? So it's like, before you out there saying he cheated on you, how can it be cheating if you're not even in a relationship? Now, if you may give yourself the word and you're like, I'm only exclusive with you, and now all of a sudden, you just slept with somebody else, then I feel like you should have been more loyal, and you should have been more genuine as far as being open and having that trust and maintaining that trust. If you meet somebody else and you got that opportunity, then you should tell that person, hey, listen, I'm actually involved with somebody that I kind of like. We're trying to see where it's going.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just letting you know right now, but then it's still up to you if you want your number or not. At the end of the day, like I said, a man's going to do what a man really wants to do, the same as a woman. So the reality is, you don't have to force anybody to feel a certain way. You don't have to force anybody to do certain things how you want them. Everything should come from the heart. Yes, I understand that you could tell somebody, hey, listen, my favorite color is black. Hey, I like cheesecake. Hey, I'm allergic to shellfish. This is the process of getting to know somebody. So if I know you like this, if it's not coming out of my comfort zone, and if I can do it, I'm going to do it, but I want to do it because it's coming from me. I don't want to do it because you told me to. I don't want to do it because I forgot and you reminded me to. If there was interest, it would show. Not by words, but with the actions. Yeah. So what I'm saying is that if you're over here talking to somebody for a month, 6 months, a year, 2 years, and you're still trying to push that issue to be claimed, you're doing something wrong. You're spending all this time trying to look for a validation when either one, it's never coming, or number two, it's not even needed.
Oh, bro, they could just be shopping in Walmart. You know, those aisles go forever. It could
Yeah,
be forever for them to get to that checkout. I mean, you go through every aisle, bro, and then you go to clothes and homeware and like the soaps and deodorant. It's like everything all in one.
But that's the difference between me and you, Keith. Because you being the way you are, you look like you're the type to go to Walmart. Because you go to Walmart looking for one thing and you come out with everything else with your whole ass. That's you.
Every
Me,
time.
I know what I want. I got my list, and I like quality. So I'm going to Publix. You know, that's what we're doing. F that Publix. I'm going to Whole Foods. I'm going to Elite. I'm going to some Prestige. I want females that can pay my bills. Hey, you try to be funny. Can I be funny too?
Of course. You know what?
You know what?
Well, I was gonna say. I mean, a lot of people are just saying basically cheating is when you step out of the agreement, when you step out of the relationship. You know, a lot of that, like, it's hard to tell the line between the two. It gets confusing sometimes for some people. So I mean, it's a good topic, but ultimately, nobody wants to be cheated on. Nobody wants to cheat, right? I mean, let's just put that out there.
You know, so that's cool. I mean, next week we're gonna talk about how.
Well, hold on. Before we jump into that, you had wanted me to remind you about something. You said you had wanted to tell everybody something before we jump into next week's what we're gonna talk about, etc. And I'm gonna say this because we brutal, you know, we boys. Let me just talk to you. Like, he really made me wait for this. Like, we talk about, you know, topics, things like that. But this one, he's like, nah, bro, you gotta wait like everybody else. I'ma shock you. So now I want to know, man. What's up? You can tell me too, man. I want to know.
You know,
I had to wait, just so y'all know.
Yeah, I told you got to wait for the show too. I'm treating you like everybody else, right?
Told me live at 7:30. I'm brutally honest.
He was like, I know I'm a fan, but I'm also a host too, bro. Like, I'm like, why you keeping me out of the dark?
Communicate.
Ain't no one excluded. Everyone can get it. That's a lot of shit right there. Nah, but what I was going to say was that, you know, I was talking to you, and me and you had this conversation, but I actually had this conversation first with my older brother, King Ray, right? Mm-hmm. And I was talking to him about my son, something that had happened with my son. I was taking, you know, some family members to the airport, and I was with my son there, and I was with my other nephew, his cousin. And my son is like, hey, Dad, let's show him that new song you got. That already shocked me. I was like, sure, whatever, you know? So I played the song on, it's just the beat. And I'm like, yo, Michael, you got to help me sing it. And he helped me sing it. And I'm looking through him at the rearview mirror, and he's just feeling the lyrics and feeling it. And I'm like, yo, this dude got something.
Little Stitch.
Like, that's a memory I will never forget. I'm always going to remember that. But seeing that in him, seeing that it factor, I don't know exactly what it is, but he has it. I don't know if it's his love for music. I know he loves to dance. I know he even freestyles. And I told you, and I told Ray, like, you know what? I'm gonna manage him. He's gonna benefit from all my mistakes and all of my experiences that I have, right? Mm-hmm. And this was like a week ago. So today I got the call that he's been accepted for a modeling gig for a fashion show December 1st.
Nice.
Yeah, so I don't play, and I'm not
Congrats.
messing with no agency. I'm dealing with a direct designer, and you know they hit me up, but I'm like, I want my son to get the opportunity, have him being considered. He got it, good. I knew he would. Ready to go. Casting call Saturday. Well, maybe I'll go live and put everybody on that. So yeah, he's gonna be a model, my little model.
That's what's up, man. Little Stitch.
I knew you would like that. You know, so like next week we're gonna be talking about how and why is it that girls hate on girls more than guys hate on other guys? Why is it that women love to hate on other female? I want to know. It's like y'all confuse beauty with moments, meaning y'all see something and just because of the moment y'all envy it. But y'all don't know, you know what? I'm saving the rest for next week. Yeah. We're also going to talk about the good topic as far as what is cheating. Mm-hmm. And the thin lines and the difference between being exclusive and being in a relationship. There has to be a difference. Because if not, might as well just be your girl. Right? Because she's out here. Y'all over here celebrating anniversaries. Y'all calling each other boos. Y'all introducing each other to y'all parents. And you got mad because she called you her man. Reality is, you're just as much to blame as she is.
Facts.
You know? And the last topic we're going to talk about next week is, I'm ready for a relationship, but your insecurities make me think otherwise. It's your boy Stitches NBC, nothing but classics.
Your boy Brutal Keith.
Tune in next week, Brutally Honest at 7:30.